off, once again, you show your own ignorance. You claim to have gone to college, and then you show how much you really don't know about the situation. You talk about the professors being these evil leftists. You imply that they're all atheists. And of course I'm sure you think that they are, and I'm sure that you think that even the ones who are theists are atheists because they're not your brand of theist. But I guess that's just the way it goes sometimes. Some people are just ignorant. You happen to be one of them. But anyway, you talk about this mass leftist conspiracy in colleges, which I think is hilarious, actually, because of the fact that anytime I come out with any kind of a liberal view or whatever, I'm shot down by so many people around me. And what I think is even funnier than that is that when I come out as the agnostic atheist that I am, the people around me, they start coming out with the same logical fallacy bullshit that you do. Where do you get your morality from? Where did the universe come from? Who made everything? Oh, you think there's a moral law, so there must be a moral law giver, and all this other bullshit that can easily be shot down by any 5-year-old with just the most rudimentary understanding of the basics of your bullshit arguments. And then you start talking about all these carbon copy, cookie cutter students. Everybody all doing the same thing, being this big, part of a group think, as if you were the one bright shining light of individuality in the school that you were going to, that apparently the sole purpose of you going there was to waste your time, because quite frankly you made it very clear that you didn't pick up any knowledge whatsoever from those schools. But quite frankly, it's not very likely that that was the case, especially considering the comment that you followed it up with, talking about how we're Marxist and Orwellian and all this other crap, and then turn around and see how they talk about diversity. Well, quite frankly, diversity is the opposite of carbon copy cookie cutter society. And by trying to detract from that and espousing your views on it, that it's apparently a bad thing, you actually are advocating exactly what you're claiming to be against, and that is a Orwellian society where everybody's a carbon copy, cookie cutter version of one another. And I wouldn't be too surprised to find out that in your mind, the carbon copy, cookie cutter world would be a whole bunch of you. Brock, if you didn't like school, you shouldn't have gone. You're making the case for so many people, so many of these small-minded, brainwashed children who've been listening to crap like what you've been spouting since they were little, because their parents forced them to go to church and listen to preachers say the very same crap. Those folks may very well just say, well, what's the point, and then not go. And then of course they will be those blue-collar, God-fearing people who supposedly support the system. But let me ask you this. What blue-collar individual invented the medicines that keep us alive? What blue-collar individual came up with the designs for the computer that you upload your videos with, the camera that you make all those wonderful little effects that you love so much with? Who was that? Where do you think all of this wonderful stuff that we have in this society comes from? It comes from the very institutions of higher learning that you yourself are scorning in favor of an Orwellian society, the very same one that you claim to be against. You are a liar. You are a hypocrite.